What is up, my fellow Division 2 agents? Welcome back to the channel. It's D Werewolf Gaming back with another Division 2 video. Alright, I hope everyone has been doing well and staying safe. Today, guys, got an amazing video to showcase using a new weapon that was just introduced in Year 7, Season 1 of the Division 2. And this gun is called the Lud Assault Rifle, guys. And basically, any weapon in this game, guys, it comes with pros and cons. And the con with this gun is that whenever you're using this gun to get the benefit of the weapon talent, you cannot use any of your skills. Well, basically, your skills cannot be on cooldown. That pretty much sucks, in my opinion, because your skills and you have offensive and defensive skills that can help get you out of tight situations in this game. But one of the pros I can say is you do get 47% increase in weapon damage. So, you got to take it as, so basically there are many different ways you can put a build together utilizing this weapon. This is just one variation that I created, guys, to showcase. But of course, this game is all about putting different builds together, trying out different things to see what works. So this is just one version of this build, guys, that I am working on right now. But like I said, guys, overall, it's a pretty fun gun to use, but you will not be able to use your skills during that time period if you want to take full benefit of using this weapon. With that being said, I do want to give a big thank you to everyone that continues to support me on my channel, especially those who always have something positive to say, guys. Really appreciate each and every one of you and all those new subscribers as well. All right, guys, so let's get ready to go over this build breakdown real quick, and then now we'll show you a little bit more gameplay. All right, so the start of the show is called the Lud. This is a high-end assault rifle, and the inscription reads, I got all the skills I need right here. All right, the core stats on this gun, as you can see, is 116.67K, with the RPM being a little low, in my opinion, of 650 RPM with 45 in the magazine. All right, as you can see, the weapon expertise I do have on this gun is 12%, with the core attributes being fully maxed out, with the third attribute being damage to target out of cover. I really enjoy using that talent on my weapons, guys. And the talent on this gun is called Perfect Streamline. What this does is it increases weapon damage by 47% when those skills are on cooldown. Now, like I said, guys, so you basically don't want to use your skills whenever you're using this weapon to take full benefit of that. The mods that I do have on this weapon, guys, are three 5% critical hit chance mods with plus 15 rounds in the magazine mod as well. But when it comes to these mods, always use whichever works best for you. All right, your secondary guys do play a big part in this gameplay, in my opinion, because whenever you do, you have to use one of your skills. You will lose the talent of that 47% increase in weapon damage. So you want to have a good backup weapon that can dish out amazing damage. I was using the Scorpio shotgun some, and I did change out to Ouroboros as well. This gun can be attained from the Paradise Incursion. The talent is called Rule Them All. When agents have a status effect applied to them, 50% of the ammo in their magazine, next magazine will apply that same status effect. But what makes this gun great, guys, is the mods that come on it. 10% critical hit damage plus 25% reload speed with a 10% critical hit mod with a increase in fire rate mod as well. All right, yeah, pistol, guys, didn't really matter. I do like using the Orbit pistol, primarily because of the talent that comes on it, but I do have a weapon expertise of 12% on that. The talent is called Perfect Finisher, and basically swapping from this weapon within 10 seconds of killing an enemy grants 35% critical hit chance and 40% critical hit damage for 15 seconds. That's great, guys, but keep in mind, I don't often use my pistol much, so it didn't really play much part in my gameplay. The mods I do have is 20% reload speed with a 10% critical hit damage mod on it as well. All right, for the gear piece I did go with, guys, was the ongoing directive set. Really enjoy this set, guys, and you will see when we go over this build breakdown a little bit more. But 2 pieces gives you plus 15% status effect. 3 pieces gives you plus 30% reload speed, and we have all 4 pieces on. You get rules of engagement. Shooting in status effect, enemy will apply a mark. Killing a marked enemy grants a full clip of hollow point ammo for your active weapon and half of the clip of the agent's active weapon to the rest of the party. This mark lasts for 10 seconds. Hollow point ammo basically amplifies weapon damage by 20% and applies bleed on hit. So, guys, this particular setup here benefits you playing in teams as well. The core attributes I did have is 170k armor, with the middle attributes being 12% critical hit damage attributes. All right, and I did go with the chest pieces as well, guys. And we have a core weapon core attribute of 15%, with the middle attribute being 6% critical hit chance and 12% critical hit damage. The talent on the chest piece is called Parabellum Rounds. This increases hollow point ammo weapon damage amplification to 50%. The bonus does not apply to members in your party, though. So, guys, you're going from 20% increase in weapon damage to 50% increase in weapon damage just by having the chest on. I did have the host on as well. On the host, I did have an armor core with a 6% critical hit chance attribute. For the knee pads, I did have the ongoing directive knee pads with a weapon core attribute and 12% critical hit damage attribute as well. For the gloves, guys, I did go with the Palisade one-piece steelwork gloves, and that gives me back 10% armor on a kill. We did have an armor core with the middle attributes being 12% critical hit damage and 6% critical hit chance. But guys, you don't have to wear this go. If you don't need that X protection armor back on the kill, you can wear something else. And for the backpack, guys, I did use the Memento backpack because it's just great for solo gameplay, guys, but it does work in groups as well. It automatically gives you 3 core attributes. You get weapon, armor, and a skill efficiency. I did have a weapon expertise. Well, expertise is 12%, and I did have a 12% critical hit damage attribute on it as well. The talent is what really stands out. It's called Kill Confirm. Any enemies that you kill drop a trophy. Collecting those trophies provide both a short and long-term buff. The first of which scales with the number of cores that you have, guys. So depending on the number of red cores, you're getting 5% weapon damage for each red core you pick up. For each trophy you pick up, for blue cores, you're getting 10% bonus armor, and yellow, you're getting 5% skill efficiency. For every trophy collected, you gain an additional plus 1% weapon damage, plus 1% skill efficiency, and plus 0.01 armor regen for 300 seconds, a max of 30 stacks to get a bonus up to 30% increase in weapon damage, skill efficiency, and 300 seconds of armor regen, guys, with bonus armor as well. So you're getting a bonus of 3% armor regen. All right, so let's take a look at my weapon stats. As you can see, it did have a critical hit chance of 47% with critical hit damage of 117%. Of course, you can change that out and, to get a little bit more critical hit chance if needed to. With the Ouroboros, critical hit chance of 63%. And guys, like I said in the gameplay, I did use the Scorpio shotgun a little bit as well. Just amazing, guys. This gun is all about applying those status effects as well. The talent on it is called Septic Shock, and basically you debuff enemies and apply different types of status effects. All right, so let's look at the modifiers. I did use the Assault Link, and what it does is your firearm attribute is set to tier 5. For the duration of the ability, you gain plus 5% weapon damage for every non-red core equipped, and attributes are frozen and bonuses are multiplied by 4. Your passive modifier values are multiplied by 2, and on activation, allies within 25 meters are granted a boost to their firearm score, and the modifier's duration is increased by 3 seconds for each nearby ally. So, and once the effect ends, all attribute scores return to their baseline value. The duration of this is 25 seconds, but you will have a cooldown of 60 seconds. The passive modifiers are extra padding. You gain 5% protection from these per blue core you have equipped while at tier 5 in stamina. I did use safety first. This increases hazard protection is increased by 7.5% determined on your blue cores, and loaded up, you basically get 25% of your critical hit chance value added as critical hit damage while at tier 5 in firearms. But when it comes to these modifiers, guys, always use whichever works best for you. And the armor I did have on this build, guys, is pretty good in my opinion for heroic content. It was right at 1,491,289 armor. Did have 298,258 armor on a kill with a little bit of armor regen as well that will be coming from the Memento backpack whenever I do get those stacks up. All right, so as you can see, it did have a little bit of hazard protection at 32.5. Basically, all those resistance, guys, I do have right there at 32.5%. Like I said, this weapon is great, guys, but like whenever you get out of, you lose that armor or you're not in cover, you can go down pretty quickly, so you will have to keep that in mind. And whenever you have to use one of your skills, you will lose the weapon damage buff that you do get from using this particular weapon. All right, the skills I did use was the Banshee Pulse and the Reviver Hive. That way, if I go down, I will have a second chance of getting back up. And the Banshee Pulse is great for disorienting those enemies, guys. That way you can get out of those sticky situations when needed. All right, and another gun that was introduced in this game, guys. Well, first of all, I do want to say that the Lexington, of course, would have definitely outperformed this weapon, guys, because in my opinion, it has better weapon handling, and it also has an increase in RPM as well, which increasing fire rate is great. Pretty fun to use, and I do have that fully maxed out. So basically, the only thing you have to do is change out the talent on that gun to the streamlined talent. But ultimately, it's up to your choice, whichever weapon you prefer, you can put the streamline talent on any weapon that you have, but you will not have the perfect version unless you're using the LUD or the new SMG that just came out called Modifiers, and it also comes with the perfect talent of the streamline as well. This is great as well, but one downfall of using the SMG is the range, so keep that in mind. You will have to be up close and in those enemies' faces whenever you're using this to take full advantage of using this SMG right here. All right, so let's take a look at the class specialization. Many of you know already I am using the gunner specialization, and the gunner is just amazing, guys, because every third reload is 50% faster. You get 10% armor back on killing the enemy, guys, and you will have access to the Banshee Pulse, and that launches a 4R pulse energy that disorients enemies caught in a wave, and it also penetrates through cover as well. Now, you generate 10% of your total ammo capacity every 60 seconds. Party members will receive 5% of that. And also, whenever you kill an enemy, your rate of fire is increased by 5% for kills for 5 seconds. So, you guys, that's more damage because you're going to get that increase in fire rate. And one last thing is, don't forget to equip the correct weapon element so you get your 15% bonus increase in weapon damage. I had the SMG, shotgun, and assault rifle that I was using, guys, so I do got those elements equipped so to take full advantage of the class specialization that I'm using. When it comes to this class specializations, always use whichever one you prefer. There are other, I do enjoy some of the other ones as well, such as using the firewall. All right, guys, if you like the build, let's give it a thumbs up. Really appreciate each and every one of you for your valued time as always. All right, agents, stick around if you want to see a little bit more gameplay. I will finish out the rest of that mission. You will see that that mission can be kind of challenging, especially in certain situations. You don't have a lot of areas to hide, in my opinion. And, I got flame and fire coming everywhere, guys. In this build, I don't have much hazard protection on, so it will suffer some, but I'm still going to be able to take out those enemies. All right, appreciate each and every one of you for your valued time. The Werewolf out.
Hostiles detected. Hostiles detected.
Agent, more hostiles on the roof.
Hostiles detected. Intel detected on laptop.
We need to know what the cleaners are up to. Agent, get that intel.
Download initiated. %50 complete. Hostile detected.
What the hell?
Hostiles incoming. Hostile reinforcements en route.
Agent, see if there's any video files on those computers. Well, that's terrifying. If they can do that with Keener, who knows what other lies they've been telling about us. Thank you for securing the block. Come back to the bridge to resupply and have Jess make sure you're fit to go back in the field. I'm working some leads.